Hello everyone, this is Caitlin, a reference librarian here at Worcester Public Library and also our resident language nerd. And today I'd like to talk to you about Mango Languages. This is a resource you have access to with your Worcester Public Library card. It's similar to apps like Duolingo or other language learning apps you may have tried. I actually like it better. It's a little less gamified than Duolingo and teaches you a bit more of the underlying grammar. And it's free with your library card, which is pretty awesome. So right now we're on our website at mywpl.org. The easiest way to get to Mango is to click on Resources. And then here under Lifelong Learning, we actually have a page specifically for language learning resources. You'll see there's a little bit of information about our physical collection and also two resources you have access to with your library card, Mango Languages and Oxford Dictionaries. Now, if you're viewing this video before June 30th, 2020, you can actually use Mango Languages even if you don't have a Worcester Public Library card or even if you don't have any library card at all. If you click through this link here on the language learning page, it'll actually set you up with a Mango account that's connected to our library without requiring you to authenticate your card. It's just a neat thing that Mango is doing during the COVID-19 situation. If you're logging in after that, of course, you will have to enter your library card. So let's click on the Mango Languages logo. So you'll notice that, again, because it's before the end of June, it automatically recognizes that I'm affiliated with the Worcester Public Library. Now, what I generally do if I were creating an account is I would sign up down here where it says don't have a profile. I'd enter in an email or username and a password. It can be any password, doesn't have to be the same as your library card password. And that way it would keep track of my progress. So just for today, I'm going to click Use Mango as a guest just to show you some about how it works. So the first thing it's going to do is ask me to pick a language. You'll notice that it puts the most popular languages towards the top, and one of those is English. So there's a fair amount of content for non-native speakers of English to practice their English, but it does depend on what your native language is. So for instance, if you know a Spanish speaker who wants to practice their English, there will be a lot of content. If it's a smaller, less well-known language, there may be a little less. And that's true of the courses for English speakers as well. Spanish, French, any of these popular languages, there's a lot of content. Some of the less common ones, there may be less. Let's click on See All just to get a sense of how many languages we can learn. You'll notice things like several different dialects of Arabic, some interesting indigenous languages like Cherokee, some fun courses like Shakespearean English, and even classical languages like Latin and Ancient Greek. So there's really something for everyone. And in this case, we're going to click on Spanish Latin American. So this is what the interface looks like when you are on either a computer or a tablet. You'll notice on the left, there's different units, and then each unit has many chapters, and each chapter has many lessons. Since we're in the Spanish course, there's also a bunch of different specialty units, some of which may be useful if you're in specific fields like legal or medical, some of which may be fun, like romance. I'm always trying to get my coworkers to take the Spanish for Librarians course. There's a lot of content here. Now let's take a look at the recap for Chapter 1. So I actually speak fluent Spanish, but just to show what it's like, let's go look at the recap. So here it's giving us a summary since we're a guest user and we don't know how things work yet. So the recap lesson helps us retain material from the chapter. One of my favorite features of Mango is it will color code words, which becomes incredibly useful in long sentences. So it'll show us where the sentence order may have changed from what it is in English, and it'll also give us both the literal and the implied meanings. All right, let's see how the recap
Now
works
try
here.
and say, hello.
All right, anyone know? Hello is hola, right?
Hola. Hola.
Now if I click on a word, it will repeat the pronunciation for me.
Hola.
And it'll also spell it out
Hola.
phonetically,
Hola.
which is a nice feature.
How do you say, good morning?
Buenos días. Buenos días.
Now, how do you say, hello, good morning?
Hola, buenos días.
So one thing I always tell people is when you first start, it may seem really, really basic, especially if you're like many people who have studied a little bit of Spanish, maybe back in high school, but don't remember much of it.
Good?
So you
Now,
can always
how do you
skip
say,
ahead.
hello,
Let me just
good
X out of the recap here. You can always skip ahead to what you think is where you should be. And that's where, again, the goals may be useful to help you get a sense of, okay, I already know how to do this. Maybe I can skip this section. Once you've used Mango for a little while, it'll also create daily review lessons for you. You can make use of the specific listening or reading features. Let's take a look at one of the reading exercises here. So here on the left, we have a conversation that's written. And on the right, we have questions that we can test how well we understand. Similarly, there are specific listening activities. Now, if you're using Mango on a phone or on a tablet, there are app versions for many devices. And frequently what you'll want to do is you can actually download specific lessons so that they're saved on your phone for if you're out and about and don't have Wi-Fi. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, feel free to give us a call or comment below if you have any questions. Good luck and happy language learning!